Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint show, the only post-match pint full-out show. Is that what we do? Is that what it does, isn't it? On the internet. I'm joined by Dom and Dan, D&D. Double danger.
Double danger.
Once again, we're in the last drop, so thanks for hosting us today.
Beautifully located. Look
Yeah.
Not so much, not with that in the background.
Convenient, though, isn't it?
West Ham 1, Man City 4. Look, we all come today. We didn't expect to win, did we? But, you know, when you lose like that, it don't matter who it's against. You ain't losing, especially high scores. So, Dom, you can take us through the starting lineup today, mate, if you remember it.
Adrian in goal. Sound like Scotty. Adrian in goal. Because obviously Joe Hart was ineligible. Another crap formation, weren't it? Three at the back, Rice, who was it? Ogbonna and Creswell.
He reeled it off perfectly before the camera turned.
It was Evra, wasn't it? Yeah. Evra playing centre back, coming in from Masuaku for some reason, I don't know why. But the fullbacks was Zabaleta and Creswell. Against Sterling and Sane, which was a recipe for disaster. Arnautovic up front by himself. We had Fernandez, Chiati, and Noble. And Lanzini back in for João Mario.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
formation.
Yeah, negative. I mean, when Evra starting was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
I thought we'd done all right, you know?
Yeah, he done all right, but I just thought, you know, starting this game in the back, I was expecting them to score a lot of goals today and they proved it right.
That's the thing. If you want to have any hope of counter-attack in someone, you need someone with a bit of pace. And like Masuaku can run down that wing, down the channel with the ball, take players on. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas he just went like, boom, we're gonna go so defensive and just try to get a 0-0. Like,
listen, you don't need to be a football expert to see how good Man City have been this season. Right?
They're world class,
and you cannot, no matter how defensive you can play. No matter, even if you built the Great Wall of China in front of your back four, they would still find a way to blow that bridge down. Because that's what they are.
Yeah, they pass it about, didn't they? I mean, the first 25 minutes, they were chasing shadows. I mean, Noble couldn't get anywhere near De Bruyne.
He couldn't.
Chiati was the same. He couldn't get nowhere near their midfield. It was schoolboy at time.
yeah.
It was like a training ground.
We had to go toe to toe with them. I mean, we've seen. I mean, the games that they failed to win. I believe it's about 4 games. They've lost 2 and drawn 2. Those teams went toe to toe with them.
Yeah.
I would say even try to rough them up a bit, but you got to get near them to rough them up. We couldn't get near them.
Yeah, there was one challenge Noble tried to put in a slide tackle, and it was nowhere near. But it's
worrying times. I mean, we'll talk a bit about the game. I mean, they go 1-0 up. You know, it was a deflected shot. Adrian couldn't really do nothing about it, could he?
But why are we letting Sane cutting on his left like that?
I know.
Yeah, I know. You've got to put into perspective how good Man City are. But then surely, when you know how good they are, you know what to do to stop them, in a way. Sane's just won Young Player of the Year. He's won that for a reason. And we're just giving him so much time and space to let him run at us. And we're playing, he's up against Zabaleta, he's had him on toast today. It's just not good enough, is it?
Yeah, I mean, Adrian was, I don't care if we'd have had 2 goalkeepers in, it was right in the corner, wasn't it? Deflection, you can't do nothing.
It was so funny, right, is usually when you're at the ground, right, and the goal goes in, you see people go, fucking hell, this, that and the other. Yeah. That goal went in, it was just like... Yeah,
there you go, there it is.
Yeah, I was surprised it took him this long.
Yeah, exactly. It was quiet silence. So, I mean, we spent most of that first half in our own half, pretty much, most of the game probably. Like,
I mean, I think we had like 20% of the ball possession. Like, I'd like to see a stat of how long we actually had the ball for in like time.
Yeah.
Because I reckon out of that 90 minutes, we probably only had it for about 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah, most of that was that little spell in the end of the first half.
I mean, then like, obviously they go 2-0 up, own goal. He said Zabaleta. I mean,
I swear to God it was Rice.
Yeah, where I see it, I couldn't see who it was, but
I think it must have been Rice.
I mean, there was this little scramble. Adrian come out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Adrian come out. There was a little scramble, and we sort of got away with it. He got back in his goal, and it went along, and it seemed to have.
De Bruyne has just drilled it across, and it's just come off Rice or Zabaleta, one of the two. But like, this is what it's Adrian again. He's a fucking liability. I'm sorry. I know he's a good server, but like, because his name ain't Joe Hart, he ain't getting crucified. What's he doing for that goal? He almost done it again, like in the second half, but someone got it off the line. But no, he's a liability. There's no need to come out like that. He's too hot-headed. But I don't think Hart in goal would have made a difference anyway.
You could have had them both in goal, mate, and they wouldn't have made a difference. But I mean, we didn't really have it, but we did have one shot at Arnautovic.
Yeah,
Put it in. I mean, was that a bit harsh? I mean, was that a free kick?
I'm sorry.
I think the keeper's obviously made a mistake and he slipped over.
I'm down the other end, and I've seen him get the ball off Ederson, and I've not reacted because I know straight away he's going to put that in, and the referee's going to give a foul.
Yeah, same.
Well, the lino give it as well straight away. The lino had his flag
but it's
up.
stupid because these goalkeepers are too overprotective. That's why I knew it was going to happen because you breathe on a keeper these days and it's a foul.
He was playing more like a sweeper, their goalkeeper, wasn't he? Like, you see when he come out and won that header.
yeah, exactly.
He's mental.
Come right out, didn't he? Headed it.
He's crazy. How's he a keeper? He wants to score a goal as well.
Well, I mean,
he was 7-1 to score today.
For people who watched on the telly, I've been hearing like it weren't a foul. But like you said, like keepers are so protected. A little something, and I thought he did well to win that.
Because they panic. That's the only one. Because he shouldn't have been coming out like that, trying to take around on average. You're a goalkeeper. Like this is the modern day goalkeeper, the sweeper, right? I think as a goalkeeper, you clear the ball or whatever, you save a goal. That's how it should be in my book. Right, these sweeper keepers are a load of nonsense to me. I don't care how good you are. I think the guy Ederson is really overrated. You know, he should have saved that free kick from Creswell, but he's panicked because he's lost the ball, and I think the slightest bit of contact, he's thrown himself to the ground in the hope he'll get out of it, and he's done it.
It sort of give us a little lift, though. Give the crowd a lift, didn't it? Because just not long after that, we got the free kick, and Creswell, I mean, I thought it was a lot of people saying to me that the keeper should have got it, but from where I sit, it looked like a quality free kick.
Carlos-esque.
Yeah.
It was a good free kick. Apparently, it should have been a penalty. Because I was looking on Twitter, and obviously, where I sit, I was down the other end, so I couldn't tell. I thought it was a penalty because he looked like he was like in the box, and people on Twitter, whilst the game was going on, said it should have been a penalty, but just as well he scored the free kick.
Yeah.
But
fantastic.
getting beat in near post ain't exactly good.
I seen Creswell in the past few games had a few free kicks and he's come really close.
Well, before we got Pint, he was good at taking free kicks, wasn't he? He was always. I remember him scoring one. Was it against Everton?
Stoke,
yeah, it's right in the top corner. You know, it was.
Guess who scored against us in that game?
Arnie. Yeah. I tell you, after that second goal, that really lifted the place. Like the atmosphere was electric.
We was on them. We was getting in their faces, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it up them, and we was tackling it. We was winning the ball. We was getting at them, but
that's why they are the way they are, though. Because
they can soak that up.
That ain't the first time they've come under a bit of pressure. They've had a partisan atmosphere, and they can weather the storm. Literally, when we scored that goal, they went right up the other end and almost made it 3-1. Like straight away, you blink. Like Gundogan's got the ball, he's running. You blink, and next thing, Sane's got it in the 6-yard box. You're thinking, shit.
Yeah. I tell you, who impressed me for City today, Sterling. I think that honestly, it bodes well for England, like for us who's supporting England in the World Cup, but. He's got to be one of the most improved players.
Oh yeah,
in the Premier League under Guardiola.
He's managed by Guardiola.
Yeah,
he'll go at the World Cup. I'll say this now. He'll go at the World Cup and he'll forget how to play.
He had a couple of instances of diving where he was trying to go for a free kick and he got waved off. And he dived a couple of times.
That's the only thing he needs to get out of his game.
Did he? I thought he got that. Yeah, he didn't give him a card, did he?
He didn't get book him. It's like, well, if it's a dive, then you got to book him for diving.
I think what it is the keeper. They've come together. I think that's why he hasn't booked him, because they've sort of come together and the ref just played on. I don't know why I haven't seen the replays, but I don't think Sterling took a dive. He's obviously trying to claim a penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're getting at half time and you think, come on, Moyes, have a bit of bollocks here.
I thought,
make a
substitution. We stood in this game.
Yeah.
It was a training session for City.
And sometimes that's a good thing. I'm thinking we're still in it, 2-1. If we come out,
lifeline.
First 10 minutes are going to be massive. I thought he should have brought on Hernandez, maybe chucked on Andy Carroll as well, just trying to mix it up a little bit. But then one thing you don't want to do is concede, and we do in the first 10 minutes. And it was a great goal from them.
Before that, we had a chance to make it 2-2 though. because I think it's Lanzini's played the ball through and Fernandes has dummied it, and it's completely. It takes something special to catch City's defence off guard, and that completely done it. They were like, oh shit, Barnavich is in, but couldn't get out of his feet. That was a big moment because chances like that against City are so rare.
Yeah. We get that in, it's 2-2, it's a different game, isn't it? I mean,
I bet I would have banged on Barnavich to finish that as well. It was hard because he had a defender, but his form this season, he can do anything.
But I mean, you know, the thing is as well, right? We was playing a lot of long balls up to an Arnautovic, right? Which it don't really work. But that's why I was thinking, why don't we bring on Carroll? That's a game.
Not when
why don't we bring on Hernandez?
Not when he's on his own up there. Like,
exactly. We're just pumping it down to him all the time.
What's the point of having two big guys on? Because you're still pumping it.
No, but like
at
least with Carroll, he can get the knockdown. He can get the knockdown.
Yeah, but you do that to Arnautovic. You pump it to Arnautovic.
Yeah.
So he can get the knockdowns, but you do the same with Carroll. So you're pumping it for who's going to get the knockdown, who's going to get what. You know, I think there were times today, and I say that were very rare times, that we'd get a ball in, a lovely low cross, and no one would be there to finish it. The guy that should have been there finishing it was that Mexican on the bench.
Yeah, he's a waste. He's wasted at West Ham, and do you know what? I bet he can't wait to get out of our club. Yeah. It's such a shame because, you know, when we've been how many times have we sat on post-match Pint over the years and said, "Oh, we need a goal scorer." Everyone's saying Defoe, this, that, and the other. We get one of the best in the world doing what he does in the 6-yard box, and we get him for 16 million quid, which is nothing. And he's on the bench.
Well, his first few months we played him out on the wing, right, under Bilic. And now under Moyes, he can't get a game. Even when he comes on and scores, he's just not getting a chance to start.
The thing is that I think it all obviously dates back to their time together at Man United.
Yeah, there's obviously problems there.
Because that's when Hernandez started declining. That was the beginning of the end for him at United when Moyes came in. Maybe his form took a knock because Sir Alex left. I mean, a lot of the United players did, but he was out the door after a season, and then same happened with Van Gaal. But then, obviously, to keep us sweet, everyone was like, "Oh, Moyes has made up with him. It's going to be all right." And it's clear they haven't.
But if you're a chairman, right, and you want to think, what's the best approach to go forward for your club, and you think, right, keep Moyes, get rid of Hernandez, or keep Hernandez, get rid of Moyes, what are you going to choose?
I'll keep Hernandez.
Yeah, exactly. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So why, if it's going to be a case of our best natural finisher is going to leave if we keep this manager, get rid of this bloody manager and get a manager that can get the best out of him.
I mean, we'll talk about a bit about David Moyes in a minute, but let's just finish off this game. I mean, 3-1 turns into 4-1, and then you're just praying that it's not going to be 6 or 7.
At that point, it was like watching like you see a friendly or
it's like
something.
a testimonial game, wasn't it? Like a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
It was like when we played them in pre-season in Iceland.
It was like when we played them last season in the Cup and the League. Yeah. That's what they've come into the London Stadium 3 times and scored 14 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 14.
Was it
13?
Yeah, it was 5 in the Cup, wasn't it? And 4 in the League. And
4, 13.
I mean, let's talk about the substitutions. Obviously, there gets some point. I think it was 3-1.
Please, can we not? Because the more I think about it, it makes me so angry.
He's getting ready to bring on João Mario and
Hernandez.
No, Hernandez weren't coming on. João Mario and Masuaku. So they're warming up, getting ready to come on, like taking their shirts off. Next thing it goes 4-1, so he goes, oh fuck it, Hernandez on as well, and that makes a triple sub.
Well, Hernandez comes down to warm up where we sit.
Yeah.
And everyone's applauding him, like, I'm making an ironic cheese. He takes his big off, and the next thing I look, a couple of fucking Fernandinho's made it 4-1. So I'm like, why does it take us to go 4-1 down? Like, 2 things today. Right, it takes us to go 2-0 down to start growing a fucking pair of balls to go and attack them and get a goal back, and it takes us to go 3-1, 4-1 down to make a substitution. Right, and then Moyes will be like, "Oh, I don't need to make it now." Well, the thing is, you make it early, you got a bit better chance of doing something.
Yeah.
And then people slating them for not making an impact. They can't make an impact. It's too late. Game's lost.
See it time and time again. See it against Arsenal. See it against
1-0
Stoke.
down to make a sub. And look, we scored.
Yeah, exactly. But you think, like, if you start this way, you must think, like, well, you're bringing on these players and they're making an impact.
He's got to change it up against Leicester. For me, he has to start Hernandez at Leicester, but we know he won't.
That is a must-win. To win games, right, I've said it time and time again, you need to play your best player.
Yeah.
Right? Today, you're up against the best team in the league, one of the best ever teams to play in the Premier League. If you want a chance to get anything, you play your best players. Next week, must win, you know? Fucking grow a pair, boys, and go for it.
But is he just going to keep sticking with this 5-4-1 formation?
He will, because he
no matter what?
don't know what to do.
But yeah, look,
Sick of the bloke. I'm sick of him.
we weren't expecting a win today. We didn't. But what worries me is the goal difference now, because that's another 4 goals. That's 8 goals in 2 games. Yeah, it's. I think we're on minus 24 now.
Click that down. Go to table.
Yeah, I think we're.
Get out.
Can we not?
Yeah, I think we're minus 24 now. Same as West Brom.
How many points we got? 35?
35. Yeah.
35 points.
We're Southampton are 3 points behind us now.
There you go. Get the old technology up.
So, yeah, look, minus 24.
Minus 24.
Southampton got a better goal difference.
Minus 19. Yeah.
Minus 19, yeah.
Jeez.
Stoke minus 33. West Brom minus 24.
I think the
Swansea minus 25. It's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight. We have to get something next
We need.
week.
I think we must. Joe, what I think us as supporters aren't the only ones banking on the teams doing worse than us. I think some of them. I think they're just thinking.
Yeah, when I look at some of
the
when I look at some of the other fixtures, I mean Huddersfield have got to play Man City away, Chelsea away, and Arsenal at home.
Yep.
That's a tough run-in.
I think their defeat yesterday was beginning of the end.
And no one's really mentioned Huddersfield. It's all been about Stoke, Southampton, West Ham. No one's really.
I'm so surprised no one's actually been relegated.
I think Brighton. I think Brighton's fixtures as well.
Got City and Liverpool.
They got 37. They're 5 points behind.
But I think didn't Huddersfield beat Man United at home this season?
Yeah.
So it's not impossible.
Exactly, and this is what pisses me off when I look on Twitter and everyone's like, "Oh, where's Bayern?"
They can't put your feet up.
Swansea. The thing is, Southampton have got to play Swansea, and Swansea got to play Stoke. So, those 3 teams are going to drop points one way or another. We can't rely on that. We've just got to make things easier for ourselves and go out and win a game. Because staying up like this is embarrassing. Come on, let's be real. It is embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
But
it won't happen next year. If we're in the same shit next year, we'll be relegated by bloody Christmas or Easter.
So we are really lucky.
That's a big game on next Saturday as well. Stoke Palace.
Yeah.
You got Bournemouth, Swansea.
You know what? I'm sick of seeing Palace win because they're actually winning games they need to.
Now we need them to win, though.
We need them to win that.
That's how bad it's
if Liverpool win yesterday, that's pretty much Stoke down, and that's pretty much like one of the things we've got to worry about.
Yep. It's going to go right down to the wire. I just hope on that last game of the season we ain't involved.
You know what? I'll be so surprised if we go in that last game and we're safe. I'll be so surprised we're safe.
It's going to be Big Sam, and mate, if he says
maybe it's written in the stars that the game against Man United, it was exactly 2 years to the day that we beat them at the bowling last game.
Moyes' old club as well.
Yeah. I don't know, mate.
But you know what what really annoys me? Like, we play 5 defenders, we play 5 at the back, right? And so considering we play 5 at the back, how many goals we ship?
Yeah, that's what
it's
I mean.
Ridiculous.
That's what I said after Arsenal last week. We set up to defend. We can't defend.
Yeah.
We ain't got good enough players to defend. If we had, say for instance, if Winston Reid was fully fit, and you had Reid, Ogbonna and Collins at the back, because I think it puts a bit too much pressure on Declan Rice sometimes.
I think there's no protection in the midfield
I'll
as well.
tell you something now. I think Reid's been atrocious this season.
We've been let down by a lot of players. Antonio as well, he's been a big letdown this season.
When I saw Reid was out for the season, I didn't care. Obviously, I was gutted for him being out injured, but as an impact on the team...
He's not a loss, is he?
No, he's not a loss.
I think his fitness is an issue.
Better than him this season.
He didn't deserve that criticism he got from David Moyes last week.
Because he's an easy target, because he's young, and he obviously he won't have it in him to probably argue back to the manager because he wants to do well for himself. He's only a young man, and he's got... Obviously, I know he's got to learn, but it's not nice being there at that 19 years of age and your manager and someone of David Moyes' experience. Don't forget, he's probably been managing before Rice was even born.
Yeah,
and he's throwing him under the bus like that.
But it's
Moyes is the reason we're actually shit right now.
But that's the thing. I was saying to Gio before, right, about Moyes. Moyes is exactly like Big Sam. It's never him. He'll never come out and say, "Well, look, I've got the tactics wrong today." It's always the play.
And this is one thing I loved about Bilic. He was the opposite.
Yeah.
He would never let his players take the blame. He'd take the blame. So
it drives. He is like another Allardyce.
I mean, rumours today that Moyes is going to be given a 2-year deal. I mean, can you put up with this for another?
Thing is, though, I don't think the owners will put up with it because we'll go down it. He'll take it. I have no doubts he will take us down next year.
I mean, if he is the manager to take us forward next season, then they've obviously got to back him. I mean, if he went out and got a few of his own signings, it's not going to happen though. We know it. We know it's not going to happen. This is what worries me. This is what worries me. Who's going to come in and work for this board?
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you've had these rumours come out about they're looking at players that are out of contract. Fellaini, Ki Sung-young.
Fellaini will be all right.
Yeah, Fellaini. Yeah. There are some decent players out there.
But don't just look at them because of the status of their contract.
No.
Get the best players you can possibly get to fill the positions that we need.
There's been something about us signing players from teams that are going to go down.
Yeah.
Right, so...
Well, Johnny Evans, apparently they're looking to contact
Johnny
him.
Evans would be a great signing. I mean, he's got a buyout clause of £3 million. I mean,
Man City wanted him.
Yeah.
But
for $3 million.
But I'm just a bit sceptical. I'm sceptical about a lot of things about this club because I don't want to get carried away.
No.
Right? And I look at Johnny Evans, I'm thinking, is it right to sign Johnny Evans? Because he's in a defence that's contributed to being bottom of the league. So
he was involved in that taxi bloody sting in Spain. No, they nicked their taxi. He was part of that.
Sounds perfect, our club, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Banda,
worried,
isn't it?
Now there's Shaqiri. I'll take Shaqiri.
Yeah, Shaqiri, he's a decent player. You've got...
and we need someone like him 'cause he's quick.
Listen, if there's
when
money
he
to
pace.
spend, I'll be honest. I know we probably ain't got no chance of getting him, but I'll be trying to get someone like Jack Butland if they go down, because this is another thing. We've had our goalkeeping situation once again. It's been like it for a few years. You had that Adrian Jaskalainen, then you had Adrian and Randolph. Now you've got Hart and Adrian. You know, it's going to be the same next season. We've got no consistency.
I'm 100% with you because this is the thing. People don't seem to realise because a lot of people love Adrian. A lot of people did not want to
He's a
sign
fan's
Joe
favourite, isn't he?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, but a lot of players are fans' favourites, but they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Carl was a fan's favourite. He was atrocious towards the end of his career. If I'm being brutally honest, he
Mark
was.
Noble's going that way.
Yeah, but this is the second season in a row that we have used both goalkeepers because they've not been good
both
enough
not
and they've
good
been dropped for each other.
Yeah.
You know, what's that tell you? You knew one, didn't you?
It's that thing. I mean, it's hard to know whether it is like this player is playing his shit because he is shit, or well, the manager's tactics aren't benefiting him, or like there's too much pressure on the goalkeeper because of the defence, or it's so hard to pin it on one thing.
Yeah. I mean, I was a
There's
bit
so many
deflated,
problems
you
at
know.
our club, though. I mean, you don't know where.
Oh,
to
you
start.
could go on. We could have do a 2-hour special on that, and we still won't have enough time, mate. Honestly, the club is toxic from top to bottom, mate. On the pitch, off the pitch. There's a lot of changes that need. The ball ain't going nowhere.
I mean, more than
Do you guys think we'll stay up?
I do. I
mean,
do
if
think
you,
we'll stay
if
up.
you was to put money, I know we can't say for
2-1,
sure.
man, you know what I mean?
No, I would. I do think we'll stay up, but I think it'll be other results that will help us out.
Yeah. And do you know
We'll
what?
scrape it.
And do you know what? Right, if we stay up, the board are going to see that as Moyes doing what he come to do.
I want to come here against Everton on that last game in the sun, knowing we're not going down. Have a few drinks and just have your last game of the season. See everyone you know, and then we can fuck off and be disappointed by England in the summer.
Yeah.
And then wait for England.
Mate,
Wait for West Ham.
The thing is, though, could you imagine if we stay up by the skin of our teeth from the party after the game?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
but
we don't do it
we
easy
should-
at West
We
Ham.
shouldn't be in that position,
No.
but
You know what the one thing that worries me about transfers as well is the deadline has been moved forward, right? So the deadline I think is beginning of August. It's early August
and
now.
we've got less time.
Yeah, they've got to really move their asses.
Well,
to
yeah, they
bring
should
in
be
these
doing that
players.
anyway. I
They-
don't like leaving it to last
I
day
know,
and
but-
things
but-
like that.
But to be fair, we've said there are rumours that we've already got deals in the place. Them two guys from Fulham, that Kearney and that Fredericks.
Which I think they could be decent.
Decent
signings.
signings, but
I've watched a lot of Fulham this season. They are where they are because they're a good side, right? But it's in the Championship. That's what I'm a bit sceptical about this. But that Fredericks, right, is a right back that we need. Now I'm sort of still being myself a bit sceptical. Am I thinking he's going to end up like another Sam Byram, like the last guy we got for the Championship? But this guy looks good. He's quick.
yeah,
You need quick right back.
I think Byram will be released in
The
the
thing
summer
is,
anyway.
I think Byram's decent, but his injury record is atrocious.
he's not
he can never get a decent run of games. I think if he did,
missing, didn't he? I keep forgetting he plays for us.
yeah,
Times, you know.
his injury record is it's just ridiculous. It's worse than Carroll's. Like he actually plays less. That's how bad it is. He plays less games than Carroll. Like,
Yeah, 'cause I think that's more the case. He's actually not good enough. Though.
so if this Fredrickson can play a decent amount of games, him and Zabba, like Fredrickson. I'm saying like you keep saying.
Make you try to sound like Brazilian.
He keeps saying sceptical instead of sceptical. So this club is septic.
What have I got here?
Darren.
You know what I mean? Like it's no, but like it's nice to have them little.
Sceptical.
That's what he said. I wasn't going to say anything until he called me out.
I thought that's what he said, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I thought I'll let him off. So
Sceptical. So if Moyes goes, who would you like to see come in?
Dom, I'll let you start.
Realistically, right, we ain't going to pay to get Rafa Benitez. Everyone's on about Rafa Benitez. I saw the other day the PSG manager, that Unai Emery's leaving. Yeah.
Well, we were linked with him before Village.
Yeah. But I don't think many people would agree on this. I like Marco Silva,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Dom, Marco Silva, if he comes,
wouldn't be my first choice,
No.
but he's my realistic choice.
he's there, better, good option for them because he's out of contract, he's out of work,
exactly,
isn't he?
exactly.
So,
Yeah, I think things went
That's
south
right.
with Watford because his head was turned.
yeah,
He-
he
and-
had the Everton job lined up and then something went wrong there and...
Well, they let him go. They could have got 30 million for him, and they released him.
I mean,
Had to pay to
I'd
get
like,
rid of him.
yeah, I mean, Benitez would be a good shout.
Benitez, I really would love Benitez. Me, I'd like Arsene Wenger, right? And if it right,
Do you know what? He's never going to come here. He's never going to come here in
never.
many years. The PSG job's lined up for him. I mean,
that's what I
for
thought,
me,
obviously, yeah.
he would be perfect for West Ham, but I just think...
I don't know why PSG want him. Like they want to progress in the Champions League. He's never won the Champions League. Like,
Yeah, but-
is he likely to win the Champions League at this stage of his career? I think this would be a great challenge for him. He's got a lot to prove still because he was sacked, right? They sacked him. So I think because you can tell he don't want to leave. He's not done. He's not done with football. He has a lot to prove, and he would attract some quality players.
Yeah, I totally agree,
This
but
is
I
the
just
thing.
don't think the board are that ambitious
I
and have
think-
that bollocks to get someone like him.
I think, right, with Wenger, he's been managing at the top level all his life. Right, if he was to walk into a club like us, which is, let's be honest, an absolute shambles, he'd think, A, what the fuck have I just walked into? And B, I don't think he knows what to do.
And the thing is with Arsene Wenger as well, he likes to run the club.
he ain't
But
one of,
that's
them
the
who
problem.
just come
That's
in
how
and
you
steady
get him.
shit like if you're in relegation.
Give him control. You give him control over transfers because that's another thing. He loved that Arsenal. He loved having control.
But I'll tell you
Arsenal
something.
didn't want to give him that.
I'll
anymore.
tell you something. What it would benefit would be young players.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he
Like,
knows how to...
Rice would be like the next John Terry in a few years under Wenger. I'll tell you that now. I ain't joking.
Yeah.
Same with some other like youngsters who are like knocking on the door a little bit, but like
That's great.
because the amount of youngsters he's brought through Arsenal is ridiculous.
See, I'd even like to see someone like Eddie Howe at West Ham. I think he plays
Yeah,
great
I was
football.
thinking- I was watching
I think he
Bournemouth
gets...
one
I mean, I
match
looked at
today
some of the
last night, I
stats,
thought that-
and it's Bournemouth are up there for sprints and how much they run during games. He gets players working, but the thing is with Eddie Howe is would he attract the bigger players?
I think Eddie Howe's on a lot of teams' radars. I mean, he's been touted to replace Arsene Wenger. This was years before Wenger actually was said he was going. But I'm watching his interview after they've lost, and he's not happy, right? Obviously, because Bournemouth have lost to a rival, but he's also saying we're not safe, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see teams have something to play for.
Yeah.
Bournemouth aren't going down. There's no two ways about it. There's not going down. But to see that as a manager, you want to see hard work, no nonsense,
Yeah.
no PC crap like Moyes gives. Just
I think
playing
Marco
playing
Silva
football.
would be the man to come in if Moyes is Marco Silva.
Oh yeah, Marco Silva.
Listen, I'd love to see Benitez or but
The thing is with Benitez,
why would he want to leave Newcastle?
No, well,
though?
but I'll tell you why. Because the thing is with why
one shit over
Benitez,
to
because
another.
the thing is their owners, their situation is worse than us because bloody what's his name, Mike Ashley. He don't want to own the club anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is his asking price is too high for anyone to come and buy it.
Yeah.
So if he wants to sell the club, he's not going to want to really invest in the team that much. So he's caught in a situation where Rafa, if he's not getting funds, he's going to be out the door.
He might well resign, you know.
Yeah, he might resign. All we need to do is go and say, look.
I watched Watford at the start of the season when Silva first come in, and they were scoring goals for fun. It took them till like October to lose the away game. That was against Chelsea. It was Richarlison, Gray, and Deeney, whoever the hell they had up front, and they were absolutely tearing teams apart, scoring goals, pace, right? I look at Hernandez, I look at Lanzini, I look at Arnautovic, I look at Antonio. If he could get them four to their very best, we would be.
I said this the other week. I said I think a foreign manager would appreciate Hernandez more
Because Moyes don't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do with Arnautovic. He sees Arnautovic as some like Peter Crouch.
Here's the problem with him and Arnautovic. Because you hear him in interviews and he says, I think he's got another level he can go. What he does, his game plan is, he hopes that fucking Arnautovic can run the ball up there, take on all their fucking players, stick it in the back of the net. That's why when you see Arnautovic getting down there, and it's time and time again, he gets down there, there's no other fucker behind him to help him, so he gets to the ball. He's got all these players.
I'll tell you something. Moyes relies on Arnautovic to dig him out of a massive hole.
That's the problem.
And he to actually come out and say we didn't train with any balls
Without the ball, yeah.
That's embarrassing. Like, what? I've never ever seen a manager come out and say that. It's just only at this club where that happened. Only at West Ham.
Yeah, it's that rather than like
City of all teams as well. Like.
But this is the thing. So it's like, okay, so rather than train to get the ball and keep possession, let's train without the ball because we just expect it not to have the ball.
Give the ball away.
Well, it didn't work because they couldn't get anywhere near him. So
well that's the thing. But what players out of the squad do you think we need to get rid of?
Oh, mate, have you got a list? Have you got a page?
For me, Chiati's top of that list for me.
Really? He's top of the list.
Top of the list.
Carroll for me is top of the list.
Yeah,
Carroll,
do you know
is
what?
A drain on
I'd like to keep Carroll, but they need to change his contract. They need to put him on a pay-as-you-pay contract.
Yep. They need to just get rid of him.
I like Carroll on his day. I think when he's fully fit, that's the question.
That's the problem.
But he is a good player.
We get that on his day, one game a season.
Yeah, I know.
It was West Brom this season.
But I'll have that if he's on a pay-as-you-play.
Oh yeah, if he's on a pay-as-you-play. But I don't think he'd have that. I don't think he'd do it.
Good
at all.
Good because I don't like. I said to you earlier on the fan cast, I don't want him.
I was gutted when he didn't go to Chelsea.
I fear for Noble as well because
he got injuries, typical, isn't it?
I fear for Noble because I think if another manager comes in, I think Noble's been a good servant for West Ham. I can't see him ever leaving the club, but next season they have to get more in midfield. They have to get runners in midfield. Midfield is where you win or lose games.
I don't know. The thing is, we see this. There's
Noble could fit into that midfield if he had two other players around him that was going to do his running. But Chiati ain't going to do his running. Lanzini fucks off and goes down the shot.
Chiati does run a lot, but he
don't know where he's running.
Like this chicken, doesn't he? I would. Right, this is who I'd get rid. Right, I'd get rid of Adrian because I don't think he's good enough.
Then we need to get two keepers if we get rid of Adrian. Because Heart's not staying.
But Adrian won't stay as backup. He's made that clear, especially if Moyes stays. I'll get rid of them to bring someone else in, like Butland or something. Right? Creswell, I'd actually get rid of.
Get rid of Creswell?
Yep. I don't think he's been good enough. Chiati, I'll get rid of because again, not good enough. Carroll, and if Antonio carries on the way he is, dropping like a fly every game, not putting enough effort.
He's had a bad season, isn't he?
He won't. Yeah, we won't get rid because we'll give him another season. Byram, I think, needs to go.
Yeah,
Hugo needs to go. Hugo
should never.
I'm sorry for him. I do feel sorry.
But the thing is,
he never got to walk out with all the bubbles.
They signed him in case we get relegated. But the problem is he barely scored any goals in the Championship.
He scored 18 goals in 87 games for Preston.
He was
his whole career. That's just for a striker, mate.
He was a panic buyer when he on deadline day just to keep us fans happy.
We could have got someone. We could have
got Slimani if Brady didn't mug off their chairman.
And we could have got the Russian geezer from
Smollett,
who actually wanted to come.
But now we still might be going back
FC
in for him.
Spartakov or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
and because he wanted to join us, it was 12 million. We paid like 3 million less for Hugo. Like, what?
The thing is, right?
We paid £1 million less for Hugo than we did for Pint.
That's ridiculous, mate.
Oh, mate.
But the thing is, Creswell, I will keep.
Like I said, this club's a move.
Don't forget, we can't. We're going to only have so much money to spend and replace a lot of players. So if we get maybe we should bring in another left back and another centre back, but still keep Creswell as a squad player for
What
a
about
season.
Masuaku?
Masuaku, yeah. I think
like
he should be more of a.
Masuaku.
I think we should push him as a winger.
Yeah, you're right.
I
I
do
was
like
saying to
him.
him, mate, in the pub before we come up to the game. I don't think he's a left back. I don't think he's defensively good enough. I think he's got more of attacking sides which going.
Well, he's proved that this season, didn't he? Really.
He gave us a big lift when he come back from that ban, you know. It was a big lift. And that ball to Arnautovic was fucking Sinclair-esque.
Yeah, he's a good player. There's loads of stuff that needs to happen over here. They need to sort out the fucking squad, the stadium.
It's stressful.
But
mate.
you know what? It's Sunday.
I've got to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, so have I.
Yep.
Should we end it there, Dan?
Yeah.
Any other business, mate?
Well, we've made it to the final 10 of the FBAs.
Oh, yeah,
So please vote for us in that. I'll put a little link up down below where you can vote for us to win that. We're against some like ridiculously massive channels.
Yeah.
So if we don't win, we'll just go up there for a piss up and drink it dry like we did in Manchester. So
I think who else is Sex, Drugs and West Ham Way are nominated as well.
are they? No, I think they're doing it different. They're not doing the video one this year.
No, not in our one, but they are up for it, so they'll be there. That'd be good.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, in our career, there's all sorts of big channels. But you know what? You know, we'll go there. People, you never know. You never know. We might do it.
Yeah, you never know, mate.
You
We
never
might
know,
Cause a shock.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll be back. We'll have some videos on the social next. The new on the social, man.
Yeah, on the social, we'll be back.
Next video.
West Ham week.
Week.
Nicky done the musings, one in 6 months.
Nicky's done the instant match reaction for me today, but he's done like a little box in the middle of the screen.
All the fan cams gone up. Dom was on a fan cam.
Yeah.
As usual.
First one
Yeah, I
in
think that's
ages,
it. We'll have all the previews for Leicester
Oh.
going up.
Last week you did it.
Scott starting 11.
Loads of videos anyway, so make sure. Oh, cheers, Jay. Wait, are we allowed to know she exists? Can I say her name on camera?
Sorry.
But yeah, follow all that stuff, subscribe, all of that stuff.
Yeah, all the fun stuff that we don't use, what Nicky says. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Once again, thank you for the last drop for hosting us today. Great venue. I can't wait to get out there in the
I
summer.
thought it was called the Podium Bar.
No,
Used to be.
It's the last drop.
It's the last drop.
I've never
Because
been
it's
here
the
before.
it's on because
Nice place though, ain't it?
It's so close. It's the closest bar to the ground, which is literally what?
yeah.
It's the only bar.
45 seconds.
Yeah, it bloody helps us out, I tell you, like not having to go all the way back to Plaistow.
Yeah, I missed the clubhouse though, but yeah, we'll leave it there. So Dom, thank you so much for joining us,
No
mate.
worries,
Thank you
mate.
for your input
Pleasure
and
as
your
always.
septicals, whatever you said.
Septic opinions.
Septicals. Dan,
I can't remember what I
I'll
said.
thank you anyway.
I
Thanks
can't
for.
remember what I said to you to trigger this.
What you kept?
What did I say to you?
You kept. What do you mean to me?
Yes.
No.
Oh, Fredrickson.
Fredrickson. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. We'll be up at Leicester, me and Nicky. So
And
if you
me.
see us and Dom. If you see us, come over for fan cams, and Dan will be doing PMP with Scott and Graham most probably.
And me live watch along.
And he's live watch along. So if you're not at the game, watch along with Dan.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll leave it there. One thing left to say.
Moyes out.
Come on, you Irons.
And Moyes out.
Moyes
How
out.
are you, words?
That's good.
Sorry. You got my charger there?
Oh yeah. Cheers, mate.
Like a school.
Yeah.
That's your leg, mate.
Oh, is it shit? Oh, yeah, fucking go off that.